A greeting from Jude, a servant of Jesus Christ and a brother of James, to those who are called, loved by God the Father, and kept in Jesus Christ. Mercy, peace, and love be multiplied to you. God's judgment on the ungodly, beloved. Although I made every effort to write to you about the salvation we share, I felt it necessary to write and urge you to contend earnestly for the faith entrusted once for all to the saints. For certain men have crept in among you unnoticed, ungodly ones who were designated long ago for condemnation. They turn the grace of our God into a license for immorality, and they deny our only Master and Lord Jesus Christ. Although you are fully aware of this, I want to remind you that after Jesus had delivered his people out of the land of Egypt, he destroyed those who did not believe, and the angels who did not stay within their own domain but abandoned their proper dwelling. These he has kept in eternal chains under darkness, bound for judgment on that great day. And like man or Sodom and Gomorrah and the cities around them, who indulged in sexual immorality and pursued strange flesh, are on display as an example of those who sustain the punishment of eternal fire. Yet in the same way these dreamers defile their bodies, reject authority, and slander glorious beings. But even the archangel Michael, when he disputed with the devil over the body of Moses, did not presume to bring a slanderous charge against him, but said, "The Lord rebuke you." These men, however, slander what they do not understand, and like irrational animals they will be destroyed by the things they do instinctively. Woe to them! They have traveled the path of Cain. They have rushed for profit into the air of Balaam. They have perished in Korah's rebellion. These men are hidden reefs in your love feast, shamelessly feasting with you but shepherding only themselves. They are clouds without water, carried along by the wind, fruitless trees in autumn, twice dead after being uprooted. They are wild waves of the sea, foaming up their own shame, wandering stars for whom blackest darkness has been reserved forever. Enoch, the seventh from Adam, also prophesied about them. Behold, the Lord is coming with myriads of his holy ones, to execute judgment on everyone, and to convict all the ungodly of every ungodly act of wickedness, and every harsh word spoken against him by ungodly sinners. These men are discontented grumblers, following after their own lusts. Their mouths spew arrogance. They flatter others for their own advantage. I call to persevere, but you, beloved, remember what was foretold by the apostles of our Lord Jesus Christ, when they said to you, "In the last times there will be scoffers who will follow after their own ungodly desires. These are the ones who cause divisions, who are worldly and devoid of the Spirit. But you, beloved, by building yourselves up in your most holy faith and praying in the Holy Spirit, keep yourselves in the love of God as you await the mercy of our Lord Jesus Christ to bring you eternal life. And indeed have mercy on those who doubt, save others by snatching them from the fire, and to still others show mercy tempered with fear, hating even the clothing stained by the flesh. Doxology. Now to him who is able to keep you from stumbling, and to present you unblemished in his glorious presence with great joy, to the only God our Savior be glory, majesty, dominion, and authority through Jesus Christ our Lord, before all time and now and for all eternity. Amen. Amen.
Amen. Grace and peace, everybody. You saw the thumbnail. You saw the title. You know what we're about to do. We have a great show planned for you today. So first of all, thank you so much for tapping in. Thank you to the 65 that already jumped into the best live chat on the internet. Thank you so much for hopping in. Go ahead and hit the like button. Say what's up to your people. Say hello to your folks. We got a good one for you. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm not going to be too long, but I will tell you this though, for all those people that want to hear me sing, I'm telling you right now, that song right there, the intro, that's the only one that will get your boy singing. Thank you so very much. And if you're interested, here is the link to Rhythm and Bible. That's where I got those from. So go by and support them. Excellent content, doing some great work over there. I appreciate y'all for checking them out. I got a guest in the house. We're gonna have a great conversation. So we're gonna be kind of a little bit all over the place though. So don't worry. Don't worry. He has not been attacked by any Aussie animals. I have that on good authority that he's safe from any Aussie bats and spiders and killer kangaroos. But with no further ado, let me go ahead and get him up in here so we can get back at it. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen. It's Jay from StoryBox.
Jason, man, how you doing?
Quite well, my friend. How are you?
I'm doing good, doing good. Better now that I'm here with you.
I love it. All right, real quick. What time is it there?
7:04 a.m. in the morning.
Okay, I got it right. Okay, cool. All right, because it's 5, but it's Wednesday your time, right? It's Wednesday.
Yes, Wednesday.
Okay, so it's 5 o'clock Tuesday evening. Okay, I got it. Trying to figure this out. So I'm glad you came through, though. Thank you so much, friend. How's it going?
Good, man. Good. Can't complain at all. Went through some stuff the last couple of months, but I'm getting there. So, yeah.
I love it. I love it. And I love how Tina just said it. Y'all go ahead and flood the. I'm sorry. How Sab said it. Flood the box with Jay. Put Jay in the chat. Let him know we appreciate him coming through. Getting up early. Did you get your breakfast already? Have you got your walk in? Chased by a koala bear
this morning, got my workout in, got everything in already. I was up at like 3 this morning, so I'm ready to go, my man. I'm good.
I love it.
I've had my drink, I've had everything I need, so I'm pumped.
I love it. Okay, were you watching FIFA? Were you involved in FIFA at all?
I was, yes. I was actually quite engaged. I was hoping that Argentina would win, believe it or not.
Really?
I was, yes, because like Messi's the GOAT. And although the last game I felt like they were playing very dirty, I didn't feel like they deserved to win. So good on Spain for winning. I tipped my hat off to them. But yeah, the Aussies didn't do too well. Wasn't really rooting for them either. Believe it or not. USA did all right.
Right.
England came third. It was like that. No one really cares about who comes third, but it was almost as if like they forgot about defense.
Right.
in that game, they just like let them go for it, which fair enough. But yeah, I was very much into FIFA, man. What did you think of it?
I'm not really into, and I've said this before, I'm not really into professional sports like that. I just want the economies and the cities that are hosting these events to do well. And I have to say, all the reports are saying Atlanta did very well. And I'm hoping that all the other cities, host cities, and not only like economically, but also like rolling out the red carpet and letting people feel like, wow, I want to come back to Atlanta. So hopefully the next time it's here or the next time a big event is here, there will be more opportunities. And another thing I noticed is Atlanta is a huge city, and the metro is just a gigantic, city state, if you will, right? But within all of that, there's all these little small towns and such like that. And so many of them were hosting, Jay, their own FIFA watch parties. And a lot of them did really well, where even my own town right here in Marietta, they hosted their own FIFA watch party and it did quite well. And I think that's kind of cool because now they say, oh, we can block off a street, put a huge projector up, and people will come and watch a game. So will they come and watch a World Series? Will they come and watch Super Bowl? I think that's what people are thinking now, like, oh, this could actually be something we could do on a regular basis now, which I think is super cool for all of our little, especially here in the Metro Atlanta area. But I'm certain it happened other places as well. So for me, I just want to see people do well, have a good time. I've heard fantastic things about vendors and all of that, how they really came out on top. Of course, I cannot say enough about watching the foreign invasion of America, and all these people like discovering America has been crazy. Like, oh, I just discovered this cup here. Like, I'm glad you enjoyed the cup. I'm glad you enjoy it. So I'm hoping that this will be a sign of future things to come, where more events like this will happen. And then also like take some of this to other places. I think it's super cool. So that was my assessment of it.
I heard, I could be wrong about this, but I heard it over the radio here in Australia that America, depending on what city, but FIFA was getting, I think it was like $1 billion a day. Like
I would not doubt it.
The economy was just absolutely booming. So there were so many more people, I feel like, this year that were watching. I mean, here in Australia, man, like I was doing the Gold Coast Marathon, and it's like the first time I've done the Gold Coast Marathon when the FIFA's been on. And in the Gold Coast, there were like heaps of bars and restaurants that were staying open late, early in the morning as well, so people could go in and watch. I mean, I walked past, I think it was when Colombia was playing. Was it Colombia? I think it was Argentina versus some other country or something. But it was so great to see the amount of Latin Americans and just all these people, the English as well, just frothing over this one game, that it was great. It's great to see.
Yeah. And so I'm hoping just like that, like, I mean, as the smoke clears and the numbers really settle in, I hope that we'll see some really good results of this. There was a small business that they interviewed on the news here in Atlanta yesterday, and they didn't give the numbers, but I'm going to say like this, the owner, the proprietor, she was not upset about how well she was very happy about how well she did. I think she was only disappointed that she ran out of wings, not that she didn't have enough people to buy them. I think she was only upset that they didn't have enough. So I'm hoping that more stories like that will come out, because it is kind of cool to watch, and especially if you're, I am a capitalist. I want to see people. I love when people take an idea and go run 1,000 miles with it. I love seeing that. And so if more people are able to take advantage of that the next time, something of this caliber, but even it doesn't even have to be the World Cup. Like next time the Super Bowl, or next time the World Series, or anything of that nature. Is there some way to capitalize on it?
I'm a huge fan of the Super Bowl. Every single year, it's like my Valentine's Day, like a week before. So I treat myself, being a single man, to the Super Bowl. It's like my Valentine's.
The Super Bowl. Okay, well, hey. And nothing's wrong with that. And that is what it is, my friend.
It sounds so sad, doesn't it?
Absolutely not. It is what it is, my friend. Now, wait, did you say the Gulf Coast Marathon? So you ran a 26.2?
Gold Coast Marathon. It was
Gold
about two weeks ago now, I think it was.
I got you.
Yeah. So
how'd you do?
I did 2 hours and 47 minutes. So that's my second best marathon time. My first best is, believe it or not, in Sydney when I did 2 hours and 40. So I was feeling great for that run. That's for sure.
Got you. Well, that is amazing. All right, let me see my movie around a little bit. Somebody said I cannot see you correctly on the vertical stream. And I'm gonna try to see if I can move you around. I don't know if I can do it in real time.
Fine.
If you step over to it. Aha, there we go. You fixed it. Thank you, sir. Because I could not figure out how to do it in real time. If you just, I think we got you. now. All right. So Jay, one of the things I like about you, and even you did it today, you talked about it today, you do lay out a pretty compelling opening story, if you will. And you were talking to me, we're going to talk about the Tates. So I'm just going to give you a surprise. I think I told you initially, I had some questions I was going to ask you, and I sent you those questions. But I got on this Andrew Tate rabbit trail, hellhole, whatever you want to call it. And so I actually going to switch it up some. So you do a great job. What do you do, Jay, as a content creator to develop your story that you're going to use to open up your show or open up your podcast? Or are you just flying off the cuff? Do you script it? Do you like what?
That's a good question, actually. Don't think I've really thought about it like that before. Kind of, in many ways, it kind of comes naturally.
I got you.
I've always loved stories. Growing up, I was a huge admirer of stories. I digested as many as I possibly could. And I think it's just one of those things that God has almost blessed me with this ability to tell stories. Sometimes I don't even think that I'm even a good storyteller. Sometimes I don't think I've got any, like the linear aspect going. It kind of goes all over the place at times, but I think people just sort of go along with it and embrace it. As much as I try, my friend, to make it as linear as possible, I think there's too much excitement in the story that too much information that I want to share, that I just kind of go all over the place, kind of like a rabbit hole. 1 minute here, we're over here, and then somehow it all converges in the end.
I got you.
But yeah, hopefully that makes a bit of sense.
No, it makes perfect sense. So when you were talking again, I think the change up is really, I was intrigued by a word that you used in your video about Andrew Tate, and you were talking about how Ben Shapiro torched Andrew Tate some time ago. He was never in compliance with him. He never was in agreement with him. But you said when you have somebody who transgresses, or I believe you said transgresses was the word. And I'm like, transgresses? Wait, where'd you get that word from? Of course, Ben uses it. So I totally get it. Ben uses it. And I was like, that's probably why a lot of these people don't actually land with common sense people, because their vocabulary is something that doesn't sit well. And I just want to ask you this. Do you believe that some of the conservative acceptance of Andrew Tate was really just a false acceptance of the enemy of my enemy is my friend? Do you feel 100%. Like that was, yeah.
I think if you sound like me, you kind of feel like you are like me, but you're not like me at all, because we have different core belief values. We have different belief structures. And I think that is very important. So I could agree with a leftist on some things that they have to say. Like I mentioned in the video, I think it was John Fetterman. So I can agree with some of the things he has to say. I can agree with some of the things that even Nick Fuentes has to say. And I hate even saying that, but it's the truth. But that doesn't mean him and I are the same. That doesn't mean him and I are aligned on everything. It's almost like you're not equally yoked with the person. You just agree with some of the things that they talk about. And I feel like a lot of conservatives got really excited because, he's very provocative. He's talking the things that I like to talk about, and he's destroying the left, so to speak. And he's talking about, the matrix.
The matrix, yes.
I think he just appealed to lots of people, kind of like what Megan Dingback Kelly did and Candy Owens, and they made their way into sort of like the conservative movement because they talked a big game, but then their fruit, like them as a person, it eventually came out, didn't it? And so we're starting to really see that you have lots of these bad faith actors, and it's sort of like a stain on us as well, because we let them in and we encourage them. We amplified their voices for quite some time. And I think in today's day and age, when you've got so many bad faith actors, it's time that we do some purging. And I think Andrew Tate is definitely one of the people that he wasn't actually part of the conservative movement. You just had lots of, I think, little c conservatives, not big C conservatives. I feel like there is a difference there. They just sort of like welcomed him in with open arms. Like, you're now mine too, and I'll defend you and I'll protect you. And that was quite damning on like actual conservatism as a whole, because the leftists were like, why are you defending this guy that uses women and abuses women and had his entire fortune made on corn and all that sort of stuff? So it's like, I don't know if I can use the actual word if you think it's sensitive.
You're fine. I like how you did that. So we're going to stay right there with that.
Yeah, cool. No. I don't want to get you banned, right? Using those words, unfortunately.
No. And personally, I believe that one of the problems is a lot of people are conservative without actually testing their conservatism. Yeah. They don't actually know why they believe what they believe. They know that they should believe it. It makes sense, but they've never actually argued it out and put it out there in front of people to have them duke it out. I did a video some time ago called the Let's Bring Back Brainstorming, where me and you sit down and we talk about an idea, and I'm willing to let you say this idea is good, Jason, but there's some areas where it's bad, or some areas where you need to fine tune it, so on and so forth. Or Jay, I really like this thought, man, or this script that you wrote. I really like it, but you need to change this, change that, so on and so forth. They don't do that anymore. It's just like, this is my little purse, this is my cup, and nobody's going to be able to see what's in it. Nobody's going to be able to see the cup until I put it out there for everybody to see. And then it's just too late.
Yeah.
So, and a lot of people, in my opinion, have not really thought out their conservatism and realize, or this can apply to so many different areas. So it's not just conservatism, but I'm gonna use that for the discussion today, because I also argued a lot of people don't think out their Christianity. Actually, we're gonna watch a video. I don't think this young lady has thought out what she's saying, but I digress. But people haven't thought out their conservatism, and when they're met with somebody like Andrew Tate, they just need a superstar. They need a big voice. They need a big persona to keep pushing their ideas, because they themselves don't feel like they're adequate enough to push it and stand strong and firm. But I see this guy out here, battling with the quote unquote left, or really saying something that's getting the Democrats in a tizzy. He must be part of my community. Forget the fact, all the other problems that Andrew Tate has, forget that. Because then those things actually fly in the face of real, true conservatism. So that's why I think we got here. But
and I think you also got to look at what conservatism actually is. What are we trying to conserve in the first place? And I don't think, to your point, I don't think a lot of Christians have thought about why they are actually first and foremost considered a conservative. And when you think about it, and you lay it all out and you do some critical thinking, it's not that hard, but I feel like a lot of Christians have become lazy in a sense nowadays. No, it's just like they are listening to all the wrong people. All the wrong people are giving them all this varying advice, and it sounds good. It's like fluff to the ears, but they don't read their Bible. They don't understand the core teachings of Jesus. And if we went back to the Bible and we understood the core teachings of Jesus, then we wouldn't be accepting people like Andrew Tate within conservatism at all, because he doesn't conserve any of the values that Christ told us to conserve. The same moral compass either. Like, it's rotten, it's disgusting. And so for someone like Ben Shapiro at the very beginning to come out and say that, well, Andrew Tate is disgusting, he's rotten, why in the world are so many people accepting of him? It's amazing. Then you have someone like Patrick Bet-David, who calls himself a Christian, calls himself someone that has a moral compass and all that sort of stuff. But then he goes and defends Andrew Tate and says this is all politically motivated, him getting arrested, but then completely ignores all of the stuff that he's actually done. And he's allowing someone like Andrew Tate to interact with his young kids. I'm like, do you want someone like that to be interacting with your young kids? You are a Christian. Think about it from a biblical standpoint, how you're raising your child. If you've got someone that made his fortune in pornography, and then you're like, look at what the Bible has to say about that. It's all wrong. But then you're allowing that into your home. You're allowing that into your life. And that's wrong. So
absolutely. But like I said, a lot of them haven't actually thought out the fine details. And we'll talk about it in a moment. But I want to talk about a little bit more about, well, Piers Morgan had an attorney on, and they were really chopping it up. So I'm going to bring this in. This one's a quick one.
It may take a year.
All right, so let's go ahead and hear what Piers has to say here. Shout out to the best live chat. Have you seen this one yet?
No, I haven't actually.
Really? Well, that's why you come. That's why you come to the best live chat on the internet, to get up to date, man. It's breaking news.
Absolutely. Let's do it.
Let's go.
It may take 2 years, but these brothers, I believe, will be sent back to the UK and they will face justice.
Quite surprising to hear, because, I thought I was going to run into the Tate brothers. I think it's a bit of an embarrassment to the United States.
It's funny. I got to say this. It's funny that Piers Morgan wants to be taken seriously, but he's literally interviewing a meth addict. I'm like, dude, like, are we going to ever just like have an honest conversation about your seriousness cannot go very far when you're sitting here interviewing a meth addict? Like, please stop this.
You know why, right? Like, he's just trying to get clicks. Peasy Boy is all about the clicks, man. And he's trying to get a rise from Clavicular every single moment, the kind of questions he was asking. I saw a little bit, and I was actually going to make a video on this. Anyway, I'll let you continue it.
No, I clipped it. I only played the beginning portion. I don't want to, because he talked to Clavicular for a while, too. I'm like,
yeah, it's 53 minutes, I think it was.
It was a long time. Like, what, for real?
Yeah.
All right, let's give this a shot. Let's go.
An embarrassment to the United States.
There's a 41% chance you might visit Russia in 2026. Yeah. Is that true?
I want to visit Russia. I think that's another controversial place.
You're going to go to Russia as you've been to Israel. Well, why not go to Ukraine and go to Gaza?
Well, probably because they're losing.
If Vladimir Putin invited you to go and see him when you were there, would you go?
I'll see him tomorrow.
That what you're doing is war crime maxing.
War crime maxing.
In a moment, I'll be
crazy.
joined by the hugely popular streamer Clavicular. His recent visit to Israel became a diplomatic incident. But we'll begin with this.
Gay flamingo.
That's a look, man. That is definitely a look. That is a zesty superhero, James Bond supervillain right there. What would his name be? I think I called it Too Tight, Too Short is his name.
He's flamingo maxing.
Flamingo maxing is crazy. I love it.
It's shocking, bro. I don't even know what he's wearing, Like, it just looks like he's a gay pimp, but also like it's part of the flamingo crew at the same time.
I have no idea what he's doing.
Andrew and Tristan Tate were arrested in Miami this weekend after UK prosecutors added 38 new charges, including further counts of rape and sex trafficking to the 21 they were already facing. They could now be extradited to the UK, but as dual US citizens, they will fight to remain in Florida. Both brothers have always denied criminality, including on this show, and Andrew Tate says the British case against him is corrupt. Well, a lawyer for the brothers said they're currently being held in solitary confinement like Al-Qaeda terrorists and that they are political prisoners. But will that defense be enough to keep them in the United States? David Arenberg is a US attorney and a former state senator in Florida, and he joins me now. Mr. Arenberg, thank you very much indeed for joining me. How significant are these arrests of Andrew and Tristan Tate on United States soil, especially given the fact there is an extradition treaty, obviously, with the UK, and the belief is the UK are pushing to have them brought to the UK for justice?
Piers, good to be with you. It's very significant. We're talking about 59 total charges now, relating to 7 alleged victims for offenses that span between 2010 and 2017. You have the 21 original charges, and now you have 38 new charges. And so you have 3 alleged victims in the first round of charges, and now an additional 4 victims here. And I know that there's talk on the internet that somehow the Trump administration and allies are going to somehow block the extradition. But since the extradition treaty has been signed between the UK and the US, only one case has ever even been held up for extradition. This is a matter of course where people accused of serious crimes, and this is a serious crime, and when there is at least probable cause that there's enough evidence to justify the arrest, that those people are sent back. It may take a while, it may take a year, it may take 2 years, but these brothers, I believe, will be sent back to the UK and they will face justice.
I mean, the allegations include rape, child pornography, extreme pornography, trafficking for sexual exploitation, sexual assault. These are serious, serious charges. I guess the obvious question is, it's already been rumbling on for many years, this case against both of them. You know, you talk there it could take a year or more for this. They might appeal, they might delay, whatever. You know, why does it take so long, this?
It's a good question. The wheels of justice move slowly, Piers. So in the meantime, while the cases are still pending in Romania and the UK, now you have an additional delay in the United States because the brothers are going to be able to try to fight extradition. It's a loser. They're not going to stop the extradition. but they can go from judge to appellate court, even to the U.S. Supreme Court. They can fight it all the way. But here's the bright spot for those of us who want justice, is that as they appeal, they are most likely going to be held in a detention facility, in a jail. They're not going to be out there living the high life like they have been in Florida. They're not going to be co-hosting bare knuckles fighting competitions. They're going to be in a cell while they wait through the appeals.
There was a statement from...
I'm going to give you a second to breathe right there. What do you like? You're about to say something. Go ahead, my friend.
Well, I think everyone had the same question. Why in the world does it take so long for these things to happen?
Yeah.
But that's just like court for you. Like, it's taking forever to get justice.
Oh, you kind of froze. Uh-oh, Jay froze on me. Hold on, I don't know what happened to my brother. What happened, Jay?
I don't know.
Okay, there you go.
Am I back?
Say again. You said it's taking forever to get justice, and then you froze.
Oh, yeah. It takes forever to get justice for like Charlie Kirk at the moment, doesn't it? Like, so it's just, it makes you think as well, what do these people do on any given day? Because it almost feels like just like that, the paperwork gets filed so quickly. Like, why are they taking so long to file paperwork? It may sit on like an attorney's desk or a prosecutor's desk and for ages, and they finally go, oh, okay, well, we're going to set a date here or there. I don't know. I don't fully understand the whole process, but I understand like people's frustration when it comes to be like, we want justice now. Why is it taking so damn long? So, but I mean, the Tates can rot in prison for all I care. I mean, Andrew Tate was saying that he wanted people to come get him. Like last year on Candace Owens' show, he was demanding they come get him. Like, come get me. I'm a Navy SEAL on this, you know? Like,
right.
Well,
they came and got you.
Bro. We came got you. Like, while you're and Jackie Shea on, I think it was on X, she put up something that God's got a sense of humor because he literally allowed Andrew Tate to get arrested like he was looking like a gay pimp. That's just poetic justice.
I mean, there's some justice right there. I like it. No, I like that one. All right, let's keep this dance.
Joseph McBride, who's the lawyer representing both brothers. Last night in the United Kingdom, a corrupt and fallen nation that jails its own citizens for tweets while ignoring rape gangs it found too inconvenient to prosecute, conjured up a wave of charges against the Tate brothers. This is not law enforcement. This is a political hit ordered by a dying empire that fears two free men with a microphone more than it fears actual criminals walking its streets. And their case has been taken up by a lot of people online, including Nick Fuentes, who tweeted.
Okay, let me give you a second because I want to break that down. What do you think about the idea that they're political prisoners, not just, zesty pimps, but political prisoners? What are your thoughts?
I think that's an absolute joke because these guys admitted on video what they had done and they were quite proud about it. It's only because they're talking about politics that everyone goes, well, you must be a political prisoner. They're coming after you because you criticize the government. Hell, I do that all the time. But I'm not going out and admitting that I've done any crimes on streams or videos, and I'm not acting like I'm proud about it either. I'm not admitting that I've done a Loverboy theory, Loverboy method or anything along those lines, or that I've abused any women, or that I've actually got footage out there of me abusing a woman, like hitting a woman or anything like that, but the Tates do. So this whole idea that they're just political prisoners, I mean, I can make up a bunch of bull if I wanted to. It doesn't mean that it's actually true, right? And that's what they're trying to do, trying to make this about something it's not even about. I think it's just a massive cop-out, and it's just trying to distract people from the actual reality of what they've done. In all honesty, that's what I think about it.
No, I agree with you 100%. And I think especially those persons who profess to be conservative, can we look at what they're actually being charged with and get out of your feelings, and look and say, wait, they're being charged with this. They're being charged with that. That's not speaking against the government. That's not just calling out the matrix. That's not just being contrary for contrary's sake. These are some bona fide offenses. And if we believe in the protection of women and we believe that women should not be violated, no human should be violated, sir, why are we supporting this guy? Please help me make sense of that. And when you factor in, go ahead. When you factor in that Andrew Tate has a pretty lengthy track record of being non-conservative. He doesn't believe in marriage. He doesn't believe in family. Those kind of things that we as conservative persons who profess to be conservative or right-leaning believe in. Why are you caping for him? I just don't understand. Why are you interviewing, the GQ meth addict for him? I don't get it. So I do think people need to stop and think about it. And, the Patrick Bet-Davis and all the others who are quote unquote on the right, maybe you really need to look at why it is that you're defending somebody like this. But then we look crazy at the left when they say that they don't know what a woman is. So they want men to play in women's sports or go into women's restrooms. How are you any different? I would love for you to explain to me how, if you're caping for Andrew Tate, how are you any different than the left? Please comment down below and email management. I'd love to know, and hear your argument for you being different.
You also think about PBD and his crew defending Andrew Tate. I mean, even Vinny was saying it'll be up for the court of law. And if they've actually done it and it can be proven in a court of law that they've actually done it, well, then that's that. And I'm just going, but here you are defending him and saying that he hasn't even done it. So what happens if he is proven guilty of doing it and he's actually admitted to doing it on camera multiple times? You still can't get that out of your head. So a court of law is somehow going to change your viewpoint on, well, Andrew Tate's now officially bad because he was found guilty of doing these things that are already out there for you to even see. You've hung out with him. You know what he's like. But no, apparently it all comes down to innocent until proven guilty. But in my eyes, the way I see it is everything that he's being charged with at the moment is indicative of his lifestyle. Correct. Even Vinny was talking about, when you have thousands of girls, eventually you're going to get bit. And he's telling PBD's young son, he's like, this is why you need to be mindful and very careful with women and all that sort of other stuff. And I'm like, dude, you're being a hypocrite right now because you're defending literally someone that is the complete opposite of what you're telling this young kid to be. You can't say to this PBD's young son that you shouldn't have all of these women because it's going to hurt you eventually later on down the track. And then you defend someone that has actually got that lifestyle. So to me, it's just hypocritical. It's not showing me that you are a true Christian. In fact, it's showing me that you're acting more like one so you can get an audience rather than actually being officially a Christian and living like one and showing godly fruit.
I'm right there with you. I can't disagree. I think it's interesting because I didn't watch the PBD, but I think PBD kind of showed their hand some time ago when they started supporting and riding for and standing behind Candace. And to me, that was enough for me that was enough. I didn't need to go I don't need to, as my grandma would say, I believe that fat meat is greasy. I don't need to find out that fat meat is greasy, because usually when you find out, you're on the wrong side of the FOFA equation. So I don't need to find out. I trust you. Yeah. I trust you. Yep. It's greasy. To me, they already showed their hand. And I do think that persons who profess to be conservative, and I do think this is going to probably push some people in a certain kind of way. So feel free to, email management if you disagree. I think we need to stop worrying about and relying on numbers, the vast numbers. And if you're clear and you're solid in your position, the vast numbers don't matter. The numbers don't matter, because remember, Charlie Kirk was one man. He would sit there and argue with thousands of college students, 1v1000. That's crazy work. I personally believe that the reason some of those 1v20s and 20v1s type of videos and concepts are there is because of people like Charlie Kirk.
Yeah.
because they said like, hey, I can debate 20 people. Like that's kind of crazy work. It's like old school Bruce Lee, you know, Bruce Lee fighting a whole gang of folk, right? But I think we should, if you believe in this idea of conservatism, if it's informed by your Christian beliefs, then be comfortable with that and be ready to defend it. And you just take one at a time. Maybe two, you know, maybe like Bruce Lee, you punch and you kick at the same time, but be ready to defend it. And that will be attractive enough to draw people to you, and you'll see the numbers. But if we just out here trying to hunt for the numbers in order to, before I get out there and defend myself, Jay, I got to get 900,000 people to support me. No, just go in and support. If you believe that where you are is right and your position is solid, then why don't you just go ahead and defend it? And I've seen this, and I'm going to speak for you as well. I see a lot of people who don't want to defend their position, because I leave the opportunity out there. If you have a question, concern, or comment, email management. I'll drop the link. You can come on the show and you can tell me that I'm wrong. But they don't want to do that.
No, they never do.
They never do. I did speak with one the other day, and I have to give him shout out to him. It was a very fruitful conversation, but I didn't want to put it on camera, and because I wanted him to be comfortable and just talk. It was a really very good conversation. But for the most part, most of them don't. And they're not willing, because as I said, the conservatives and Christians oftentimes have not unpacked why they believe what they believe and why they believe it. Same thing with liberals. A lot of them just go because grandma told me, because my skin color told me that I'm supposed to vote this way. And they've never thought about it more than fly to the moon.
No.
So
I think nowadays you're right. The numbers are very enticing. I mean, I see it in like the influencer world. You know, people are trying their very best to get attention, get notoriety, and all these numbers come out. And so they're willing to do whatever it takes and say whatever it takes in order for them to get more clicks, more attention, more notoriety. And nowadays, especially in this particular space, you've got to focus on consistency first and foremost. Like what this person is saying, are they going to stick by it when they get challenged by someone, or are they going to crumble and, you know, fumble the ball, so to speak? And I think it is a good thing to have conversations with people that you disagree with if they are good faith. Like you had a conversation the other day with someone, it was very fruitful. You said that's actually a positive thing. But most of the time you get lots of people that don't even want to do it because they become keyboard warriors. It's safer for them not to even have a conversation with a person. It's easier just to type it out and leave it at that. But nowadays, I think it's a lot better for us to prove and to test an individual whether or not they are actually good faith. And you got to watch them for a period of time, listen to what they say, analyze what they say, and take it straight to the Bible and look at what the Bible has to say first and foremost. And if it doesn't align with what Jesus was talking about, if it doesn't align with true conservative values, then just say, no, I'm not going to follow what this person has to say. And I think we've got to do that test. But most people don't, unfortunately, because it's more about the numbers. I couldn't care less about the numbers. Like the numbers will always come and go. But if I can impact, and it's always been about impacting one. Christ came to save everyone, right? But he oftentimes focused on the one, right? He spent lots of time with people, like individually, one-on-one. Like the woman caught in adultery. I love that story. Like he focused on her as well. Go away and sin no more. Like that's important. That's powerful. I think we get so stuck up on the many rather than the few.
Right. And keep in mind because our faith is, we have our faith that if you are a Christian, you have your Christian faith because of 11 former fishers and tax collectors and such like that. Not the 500, not the Sanhedrin, not the Pharisees, but 11 guys that were impacted by Christ. So really, Like the numbers ultimately don't matter. It is the truth that remains, the truth that's important. And so we're going to finish up this Pierce video because I do want to get on this. I'm going to take a station break, and then I got this. I promise you, you've not heard this crazy video about the arrest. All right, let's get it going. Let's dance.
Tweeted free Andrew and Tristan Tate. It would be a national humiliation, he said, the United States to allow the UK to extradite them to American citizens over trumped-up Me Too charges. The same country that persecutes white people for speech while importing rapist migrants. So you can see the way the political wind is blowing here in certain quarters. The Trumps have historically been, reasonably friendly in terms of their view of the Tates. Does this change that?
I don't think so, Piers, because it's limited to what the Trumps can do here. So first off, what hypocrisy for these internet influencers to take the side of the Tates when they are some of the leading voices against Epstein and the so-called Epstein class. Well, how is this any different than what Epstein had done? At least the accusations are just as serious here, but yet they take up for these guys. I don't know the difference other than I guess they identify Andrew Tate with themselves and the MAGA movement. But even if Trump wanted to do something here, the court system is independent. The only thing that the Trump administration could do if they wanted to is that at the very end, when the courts have ruled and they're about to sign off on sending them back to the UK, the Secretary of State, Marco Rubio, could block it because he could say that this is a political prosecution, and that would violate Article 4 of the treaty between the US and the UK. But that is almost never the case. I mean, that has happened once to a diplomat, not someone like this. And does the Trump administration really want to be on the side of these notorious manosphere, misogynist, pro-terrorist individuals? I don't think so. And remember, even in the MAGA movement, there's a split when it comes to the Tates, because Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, and his attorney general have been trying to get them arrested in Florida. They've been investigating them. They want them out of our state. We may be the free state of Florida, but not for these guys. And so I think that this is too much of a hot potato for the Trump administration to stand in the way of an ultimate extradition.
The final question, if they were convicted on all counts of all these charges, what kind of sentence could they be looking at?
The rest of their lives in prison. I mean, and that's just in the UK. There's also charges back in Romania, and there's an investigation still underway in the United States. So I do not think that the Tate brothers will be able to go back to the life they're used to. I think that their academy, their school, which gives out PhDs for young men to try to be misogynists like them, the PhD stands for Pimp and Hose Degrees. I mean, that tells you who these people are. So I think they're facing the rest of their lives in a prison cell.
David Arenbo, thank you very much indeed for joining me. I appreciate it.
All right. First of all, I don't think the Trump administration is going to touch this with a 10-foot pole for a couple of reasons. But I don't think anybody, I don't think JD, I don't think Rubio, I don't think anybody is going to touch this. One, because they've done some egregious things. We're not just talking about you spoke out against the government. You spoke out against the right or the left or the middle or libertarians. No. And I don't think anybody, and I'll say this, and I've said this before, if you're going to, put yourself on a pike for any kind of political point, make it something that benefits the people, aka a fair tax, aka the Save America Act, something of that nature. Don't ruin your whole possible career for the Tates, because trust me, they're gonna be back out there doing degenerate stuff because they are degenerates. If you sacrifice your career, JD, you sacrifice your career, Rubio, or whomever, for them, they're going to go back out there and be degenerate, because that's what they do. And you have given up any political leverage, any political power that you could have gained that would benefit the vast majority of people by sacrificing for this. Because can you imagine what it's going to be like, what it would be like to try to be in a debate series where you've come out against the quote unquote Epstein files, you came out against that, but then you literally sacrifice your political career for somebody that should have been on the Epstein files. For all we know, it might be. Like, that's crazy work.
I think it's a bad decision politically. to touch them. I personally don't think they care about them.
Right.
That's where I look at it, especially because of the charges. I mean, if Trump is a smart man, which I imagine him to be, then I'd imagine that he wouldn't even bother touching this, saying anything, especially because there's so much heat around how they fumbled the Epstein stuff at the moment. So you're just going to give the left more ammunition, which they don't need. The left doesn't need any more ammunition at all.
Right.
And JD even admitted that they fumbled Epstein on Joe Rogan the other day.
Mm-hmm.
So, and you got to also look at it from this perspective. I don't even think the Tates care about Trump that much. I don't think they care about JD or Marco Rubio. It's only what they can get from them at the end of the day. Like they'll use people to their advantage if they can. So, yeah, I don't think the Trump administration is going to touch this with a 10-foot pole. They'd be stupid to do it. But, stranger things have happened, haven't they?
Stranger things have happened.
Yeah.
No. All right, let me real quick. I got a couple of supers, and we're going to take a station break. I'm going to clean the palate and get ready because you got to get yourself ready, man. We're going to take a quick detour into a little bit of candy just to, clean the palate, get ourselves ready.
Oh, yay.
But before we do that, all right, but shout out. Thank you so much, Jay. Man, you bringing all the love out. Thank you so much. Says, love what you do, Jay. I'm assuming they mean Jay Witt, but it might mean Jay Parent as well. So there you go. All right, we got Anna says this 440 gems. What is this? Unk alert. Am I? What is that?
Your Unk man, your Unk status.
Am I Unk status? I am. I mean, I'm old. Yeah. I guess so. My niece and nephews call me Uncle, but I guess I'll take Unk. It's okay. Drop that dingbat in the chat for Jay. We need a t-shirt.
Lots of them.
Thank you for the 2 amethysts. Now I can put together a t-shirt. You want me to do that?
Man, if you can put together some t-shirts, I'd love to get people.
I'll send you a link.
Yeah. I need a manufacturer in the US. That's my main problem. If I can get a manufacturer in the US, maybe you can help me out and sort it out for me. But I can do the Work Dingbat t-shirt for everyone because I know they're pretty popular. I've just been waiting, man.
Say less. We'll have something ready by the end of the week. Don't you even worry about it. Thank you so much. With the 200 gems, the flow state. We're in the flow state. I don't know what the gems are, though, but I appreciate it, though. Thank you so much for that. All right, what do we got here? Mirth says this with the 5. Good to see both of you. Just wanted to say that Ami Kozak is back with another interpretation of Candace, and it's hilarious. All right, then you know what? I will get that one queued up. Thank you so much. I will have it ready for the next station break. I love it. Thank you so much. There's 2 nights in the past the Tate brothers' mom wished she had a headache. Guess which 2 there were. Shout out to SC Dog. Thank you for the 5. That's messed up. That's messed up. I don't know. Y'all put SC. We got to put SC Dog in the chat in the 0-second timeout. You got to go. You got to go. I appreciate the 5, but that was kind of messed up. Brand new member, Merce said, brand new member. Shout out to you. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you. Amethyst is not going to let this go, Jay. She said, drop dingbat in the chat. We need a t-shirt. It will happen. It will. Stay tuned. I'm going to have something ready for y'all. Stay tuned.
I've got the artwork. All I gotta do is have the manufacturer in the US, and away we go. So,
if you got the artwork, email it to me. I'll put it on my store, and then we can go from there. I told you about Friday. I said it. Deb says this. Oh my word! It's the influencer click merry-go-round again. There we go. Thank you so much for the 2 from Australia. I appreciate the love. We got some gems up in here. Clarity says this with the 10 gems. Gold coin. Well, thank you, love. I appreciate it. All right. Okay. Candy Lamb Biker Babe 7,000 with the 10. This is pure baloney. Cease and desist. Shout out. Thank you so much for the 10. Thank you so much, Biker Babe. What did he say here? Deb says this again, 5 from Australia. The true gospel challenges all of us. Do we stand for truth or do we run after influence and money? Can't serve 2 masters. Hi from Sydney, Jay. Now, where are you again?
I'm on the sunny coast. So Sydney was my old hometown.
Got it. Okay. Well, there we go.
I'm going down there for my birthday next month. So
there we go. Well, happy early birthday. Biker Babe, shout out to Candyland Biker Babe. She dropped 5 memberships. Y'all, if you got a membership from her, can you please say thank you? Make sure you say thank you for that. I appreciate it, love. Well, we got Edie in the building. She dropping the green hearts in the building. Thank you for the 10. I love it. And then we got Lady Pulse with the 10. Love you both. I start every day with StoryBox, which is, by the way, I don't know if you planned it, Jay, but it is like first thing in the morning. One of the first, when you open up your YouTube, yours is usually like one of the first. The first one, just like because our time zones are so different. So if I wake up at 5 o'clock, I'm not saying I'm on YouTube at 5 o'clock in the morning. I just can't deny it or confirm it. But yours will probably be one of the first ones I see. So, I mean, that is kind of cool because of the time zone. I'll figure it out what time it is over there, but I need to make sure I'm on your time zones.
It's like 3:30 p.m. for me. It's the first video, then 4:30 p.m. and then 5:30 p.m. So everyone gets one an hour.
I got you.
Each other. And normally, like, I'm working on the videos around 10 or so in the morning.
Right.
Earlier, sometimes later, depends. Yeah.
I love it. SC Dog said, I live in timeout. It's my safe space. we got to keep you in timeout. Okay. Matter of fact, we do have Candyland Biker Babe is going to be coming in. All right, we got a palate cleanse. Let's go with this one. Wait, sorry about that. Remove that. Put this in.
Ow. I need this new headband here. It's got flowers.
Ooh, what's it got on there?
They're brown. Right.
Order me one too, will you, please?
Chocolate.
I'm here looking for some
Flower headband. Extra large. Did you say what Jen, the producer, is
Oh, don't get me started on Jen, the producer.
Working for the enemy.
Enemy.
Oh. Thank you for calling Coalition of the Candies tip line, where we don't know, but we know. You can refer to me as Candyland Biker Babe 7000. You need to know my real identity. May I have your name, social, blood type, and mother's maiden name?
I just called to give a tip. I'm not giving you all that.
Well, try calling back when you're ready to provide that.
They did him so wrong. You know, they arrested
What do you mean,
him for
Andrew was
no
arrested?
reason. He was arrested for no reason. Look at this. Look at this.
The madness. And
this.
Candy
I know.
Andrew.
It's probably her adrenal glands. They're all the way up.
Did you see that outfit?
Yes,
Chef's
it was.
kiss right there for that outfit. Thank you for calling Coalition of the Candies tip line, where we don't know, but we know. You can refer to me as Candyland Biker Babe 7000. You need to know my real identity. May I have your name, mother's maiden name, social, date of birth, blood type. Hello?
You ever just sit here and think, there was a time Candace didn't exist? What was life?
Thank you for calling the Coalition of the Candies tip line, where we don't know, but we know. You can refer to me as Candyland Biker Babe 7000. You need to know my real identity. May I have your full name, full social, date of birth, mother's maiden name, and your blood type, please?
Yes, my name is Jane Smith, and my mother's maiden name is Goldstein, Goldstein.
Hello? Your mother's maiden name is Goldstein.
Goldstein, yeah.
Try calling back when you have a different mother. Continue. What is your
this
tip?
Is Tony
Not a different mom.
I just want you to know that I actually did it. I did it.
Okay. Well, you know what?
And,
Try
I'm
calling back
confessing
when you
right
have
now.
something a little more
But
concrete.
I did it.
Thank you.
I did it.
Yeah, this explains twigs.
I have a signed
You have a
confession
signed confession?
from Tyler.
No,
I have him
no.
on camera saying
That
that
ain't
he
right.
did it.
Something ain't right. Do
did it.
better, okay?
Why
'Cause that's
won't
not
you-
what we rely on here.
He did
Thank
it.
you. You have a signed confession.
Yeah,
And what
signed
are
confession.
your vibrations telling you about that? Do you think it's accurate?
What do you mean? He confessed to doing
I know
it.
that he confessed verbally on camera, and he
I don't
gave you a
have any
signed
feeling
confession.
other than
but
I just wanted
how
to
are you
report
feeling
this.
about that? Do you feel like it's right?
I
or
don't
do you
know.
think that this
He
is
just
some more
confessed.
fake
He's
fluff?
covered in blood. He confessed
I
that
understand.
He
He is the one
Covered
who
in blood
said
is crazy.
Charlie Kirk came to me in a dream last night and told me
we got a dreamer.
We got a dreamer, man. They got a dreamer.
What an ending.
All right. No,
Love
Jay,
it,
that was
Goldstein.
ridiculous.
The Jewish last name.
Right.
All
All right. Shout out. Thank you so much. The Doctor with the 5. Love listening to Jay's show. I'm going to assume she meant Jay Witt, but I'll digress. When Jay quotes scripture and slams and Demon Candace Owens, thank you, Jay, from Indiana. There we go. We got people all over the place, man. We're international, man, Jay. We're international.
Yeah.
All right. Jay, have you seen the video of the Tate brothers being arrested?
I have.
Did you see anything in those videos that you thought maybe was strange, different, unique, odd?
So
I mean,
swearing?
besides the tightness of his pants. I'm sorry. I walked right into that one. Oh my gosh. You can't unsee it. Besides the fact that he shops at Baby Gap or Forever 21, did you see anything else that was weird?
His mate coming up to him and getting really close to him. See that bit?
Okay. 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 No, that was real. That was real.
Yeah.
Taking his chains off, right?
Yeah.
What if I told you that there's a new conspiracy, Jay, that the video that we saw is AI?
No.
Okay. Well, with no further ado, I'm just telling you what we're going to watch. I'm just telling you right now. With no further ado, green hearts in the chat when you can hear. All right. This young lady, and this channel is called, I forgot the name of it. I'll put the link in the description. Everything is fake.
She missed out. Everything's fake and gay.
She missed it. She missed a keen opportunity. You're right. Here it comes. And
mate,
say again.
7 minutes she's talking for.
Well, she brings in 2 videos that have some interestingness to them. And I want you to check it out. But we will talk, and you just feel free to tell me to stop. All right, let's go.
This is your friendly reminder that most everything that we see is fake. We are at a point in time in history where we have no idea if what we see is real or not. And this is the perfect example. Watch his shoes, Andrew's shoes. Oh, there it is. Tip of the shoe has just disappeared. Oh, now it's back again. Oopsie. Y'all, we're at a point in time, honestly, where I'm going to guess 95% of the videos that we see, 95% of the events of the news that we see is not real. AI has gotten so good, has been so good, that we just don't know. And this comes after a video of him playing poker, I think it was, or blackjack, where there was a guy behind him. I'll play the video here in a second. The guy.
All right, so there you go, Jay. Because his left shoe disappeared, it's all fake. It's all AI.
I mean,
I told you hadn't seen this one. I told you, like, this one is crazy work. She's making
you think you've seen everything. Now you actually have officially seen everything. It's kind of like that.
Nope.
It gets better.
No, you have not seen everything. Jay, I'm going to tell you right now, leave that shelf, the shelf where you say you put, I've seen everything. Leave that shelf empty.
All right.
Just maybe have dust on it, but don't put anything on the shelf, because when you do that, you're always going to be disappointed. Now, in all fairness, now that is kind of strange, but in a moment when we see the other clip that she's going to show, yeah, that's weird. I don't understand it. However, I don't think that means instantaneously that it's fake, or even worse, that it's AI. I can think of some reasons why it happened, but it seems like when you're hell bent on making something an ancillary point, the main point, this is what you end up on. Because I got an email about this one today, actually. And I got an email, and the person asked me, why did this happen? I said, I don't know. I said, but let me ask you this question.
Did you actually see the foot? Because I don't.
Yeah.
I watched that video a number of times. I don't recall seeing.
I see what she's saying. I do see what she's saying right there. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
Tip of the
Right
shoe.
there. Right there. You see that the shoe is missing. The tip of it is gone. I totally get it. Yep, you're right. That's true.
How do we know that she didn't do that?
I don't remember.
See, this
I
is
plead
what
the
I mean.
fifth.
Like she's got her head there, and she's
I want to say, did we see it in the
fake? She could.
I don't know if we saw it on the Pierce Morgan. That's a good point. I don't know if we saw it on the Pierce Morgan. I don't remember. But one of the problems that a lot of people forget is that we're looking at, and let me go back to where I was. So somebody sent me an email about this. They sent me this video, and he asked me, can you explain why his toe disappears? I said, no. I said, but let me ask you that. I said, this is what I would ask somebody. Are the Tates in jail? Are they currently arrested? Yes or no? If they say yes, then the missing toe doesn't matter.
Nah.
Now, if they say no, they're not in jail, I'm like, well, okay, then we got to figure out why they're not in jail and why are we watching this sham if they're not really in jail.
And why is that lawyer coming out saying that they have done nothing wrong?
It sounds like they're actually in jail. So whether or not this is maybe this is somebody's mom getting arrested shoplifting at Target and they just put Andrew Tate's face on it. Okay, maybe so. That might be possible. But or maybe just maybe he's a zesty James Bond villain. He got caught in the, with the capris, all the man prees, I think somebody called them man prees. And maybe, just maybe, because of the compression, not only of his tightness of his britches, but also the compression of the video, it causes a mess up where you see this. Because in a moment we're gonna see one that's pretty bad. So it does look kind of strange. So let me
jealous she's not wearing what he's wearing, to be honest.
I think she's jealous. Yeah, I mean that could be it.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's look at the other one.
And this comes after a video of him playing poker, I think it was, or blackjack, where there was a guy behind him. I'll play the video here in a second. The guy behind him was literally headless. This guy right here, just casually hanging out.
You see it?
Without a head.
He's with him in these clothes. Like
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that
what is that?
Yeah, that shirt. I think, matter of fact, I think we need to. Why are we looking at the guy back there with no head when we're looking at this guy with a sheer button-down shirt?
Yeah, that doesn't scream you're gay. I don't know what does.
Yeah, that one right there. That's I don't think we can get past it. Maybe that's why most people didn't notice it. Is
Plus,
because we're like, wait,
has pants as well. Like I can't get over what he's wearing. Far out. That's not a confident man. That's like a gay man.
Right.
Seriously.
I mean, when you say lover boy, I'm starting to really wonder, like, is there a comma there? Like, wait, what are we doing here?
It may actually be offensive to gay people to actually say this is what they wear.
Well, that's a good point. No offense to the LGBT community. I apologize. I apologize for offending you because I don't know. They might not claim them either. Truth be told.
Hanging out without a head, just, standing around headless. This man is also not straight, by the way. These mistakes are obviously done intentionally.
This man's not straight.
Do you see that? Right. I mean, I agree with her on that one for sure.
Yeah, the headless man in the back.
Yeah, I mean, okay. I mean, it's weird. I ain't gonna lie. But does that mean, what does that mean?
Yeah. What? That everything is all fake and gay.
Okay. All right. So then, is he not, Well, watch this. The guy behind you, the guy behind without the head is fake, and Andrew Tate in the front with his mesh sheer shirt is gay. Like, I do think that this is fake and gay. You're right. You're right. What is this supposed to mean, though?
And who posted the video? Like, was it Andrew Tate's team or someone?
That's a great question.
Andrew Tate?
I have no idea. And this actually goes to what we were saying earlier, Jay. I'm not responsible to answer this question. Y'all explain it, since it's clearly an issue with this young lady and the everything is a conspiracy black pill. You explain to us what it is. I'm saying it's a glitch. Okay.
She a Candy Dingbat fan.
I'm pretty sure. Well, wait till you hear her theology, because this is not 7 minutes of her talking about that. She now is going to talk about, she's going to make some kind of biblical claims that I really would like to hear what you say about them. All right, let's go.
These are big mistakes. And it's really interesting to watch when videos are posted, even the whole Mitch McConnell thing, pictures are posted. You know, people are analyzing them now for AI. People are analyzing them for the mistakes. They are looking for the mistakes because we all know just a blanket statement, right, that we are being lied to just across the board about everything. And that.
So you're being lied to about everything.
Yeah, it's all
okay.
Oh, glitch in the Matrix. Someone commented. I saw that. That's
it's a glitch in the Matrix. But whoa.
The end of the Matrix.
Sorry. The dense C scrolls, you have to go to 0 second timeout. Go ahead and get yourself on over there. 0 second timeout. We're not behaving like that. You got to go. You got to go.
It looks like G.I. Jane.
But everything, the goal, and I believe we've said this before about like the goal of Cantifa is to doubt everything. Where you're not, you don't trust anything. Everything is the Matrix. Everything is a hologram or a bit or the Truman Show, whatever of that nature. So listen to what she said again. We're being lied to about everything.
Across the board about everything. And that's why, in my opinion, they are allowing this kind of stuff to happen because they want the masses riled up. They want the masses sick and tired of being lied to, sick and tired of being manipulated. They want the masses sick and tired of AI. That's their goal. Because again, it always goes back to the Bible, right? It always goes back to the good cop that is going to be presented to the world in the very near future. This is the system that the Antichrist will come in and deliver the world from. It's a very small example, but this.
Told you.
Wait, what? We went from Bible to good cop to then end times. Man, that chronological order right there, that's something.
It's going to have to be studied by science. And the bad thing is, I do understand what she's saying. When I was young and before I even entered college, there was a book series called Left Behind that was super, super popular. And I read every one of those books there, every one of them. There was like 17 of them. I read them all. Like, I mean, you couldn't convince me that this was not it. And that's actually what she's espousing. She's espousing a type of end time ideology that would be more akin to like Left Behind. And we'll see in a second why I say that. And I'm not mad at people that do, and we can argue for 2 days about eschatology. And that's not my point. I'm just saying that it does tend to lend itself to certain types of eschatology lends itself to this, because keep in mind, you'll let me know if you ever hear that, Christ is greater than the bad cop, good cop scenario, which I don't know if you will. Let's go.
This is a part of the system, the elites, the celebrities that nobody relates to anymore, right? The surveillance, the flock cameras, the AI, all of it. He will deliver the world from that into a mock millennium where everybody is united. Everybody is living as one. It's peaceful. We're at harmony with the animals, all of it. No more wars, no more surveillance, no more AI, no more elites, eating children, none of that. No more taxes. Everybody gets universal income. Everybody's living, everybody's happy. That's the world. So they're doing all of this intentionally to get everybody fed up. What they're also doing is they are creating a mindset that this is an old system that it's breaking down, right? Because this new world is going to be a higher consciousness that the Antichrist will usher in. So they're kind of creating the illusion that this old system, this evil system, is breaking down and fading away, and the new is coming. And that's what the Antichrist will do. That's part of the lie, right? That we can all ascend, we can all rise up to a higher consciousness, and this system is going to fall away. Almost every
Jay, you got anything you want to add to that?
Apart from the fact that she's a massive dingbat, I'm like, how in the world do you get from a video of the Tates,
right,
everything's all fake and gay, to then good cop, to then end times? Man, that's some like serious, like imaginative stuff going on in her brain. But I guess it goes back to like the very beginning of our conversation, the power of a story, right? Like,
yeah,
you can spin whatever narrative you want or you see fit. It doesn't make it right. And she'll just throw in, oh, but it's my opinion. You see?
Yeah.
This is my opinion. This is what I believe. Doesn't make it right. It makes you crazy. And not everyone's got an opinion, right? But it doesn't mean that opinion should be pushed to the masses, because you got some very crazy people out there. Very crazy. Like, unless you are really discerning, or like, again, we're talking about it before, lots of lazy Christians out there, they're going to listen to this and go, oh yeah, sure, she's right. This is all fake and gay. This is all part of the end times. AI this, AI that, you know, we're all going to be left behind. Like, no, maybe you should read your Bible. It's like, there's lots of people, I think, they're always trying to explain the end times in modern vernacular as well.
Mm-hmm.
So they're looking around at everything that's going on. They're like, oh, maybe this person's the Antichrist. Maybe this person is.
Right.
Elon Musk must be the Antichrist because look what he's doing.
Got to be.
You know, like, you know, Andrew Tate must be the Antichrist now because he's wearing a gay flamingo outfit. Like, it works. So
why are you like this, man? I call it pin the tail on the Antichrist. And and I the bad thing is, you know, she's crafted this story. I don't believe that it holds water when you really examine it and really push back against it, as you're doing right here, as I would do if I were talking to her. I don't think it really makes sense. Because I can think of at least 4 reasons for this this event right here with the toe and the missing head. And we've seen it before, even in your own videos that you record, where you know the event really did happen. If you look on it, I mean, if you look on your phone or you upload it somewhere, it's very possible that you might see an event like this. And it's not uncommon, but I digress. But to make it something greater than it is, and again, this is where I think the hope of people wanes, where they don't have hope, so they have to craft this story that gives me a sense of we're in control, or we're in charge of this, or we're not at the behest of these crazy evil people, because we know what's going on. We know what you're up to, but really you just made this up to make yourself feel better.
Yeah.
All right, let's finish this up. Well, Jay, did I let you down? Did I let you down?
No, you didn't, man. You really didn't. Like, this is the kind of stuff we live for, mate.
Every single thing that we see, y'all, is fake. It is either scripted and pre-planned, or it is AI. The only truth that we have in this world is God's word. That is the only truth that we have. That is the only truth that we need. Everything going on outside is biblical, but they are throwing out a movie for you to
read your Bible, woman.
But you just told us. Go ahead. I think you're probably saying what I'm going to say. Go ahead.
If you read your Bible, woman, the Bible clearly says that no man knows the hour nor the time. Like, but then you're going in full alarmism, like this is all part of the end times. Like, and then now you're going talking about we need to know our Bibles and all that sort of stuff. You don't even read it.
Right. Well, we're gonna see. We're gonna see. Does she actually bring any scripture to bear here? I would love to see that. I think you kind of already know the answer.
Watch to keep you distracted from the fact that everything going on outside is biblical. Satan and his kingdom, Satan and his puppets are all moving the chess pieces into place behind the curtain, getting ready for the 7-year tribulation, getting ready for the physical rule of Satan on this earth.
Right,
we are in the last second of the end. If you didn't,
go ahead.
She ain't going to be here for it if she's truly a Christian. What's she worried about?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's something.
And again, like, we all could have a different eschatology. I have a different eschatology than you do, probably. And I don't see this as anything hand-wringing at all. But a lot of these people do secretly believe that we're supposed to be watching the calendar. They read the Bible and they read the newspaper side to side, looking for these little key remnants or these little breadcrumbs that transgress across, when in actuality, all we're asked to do is just preach the gospel and occupy until he returns. So we're doing a lot of other stuff that we're not supposed to do, and realize that we're missing out on what we're supposed to be doing, which would actually give you peace of mind in this. But all right, let's finish up.
do not know Jesus Christ as your personal Lord and Savior, now is the time. We are living in the days of Noah. In the days of Noah, Noah preached for 120 years. He warned the world about the wrath that was coming, and they did nothing but laugh at him. They did nothing but mock him because they didn't see the rain. And right now you have people sounding the alarm. You have watchmen, you have Christians, true followers of the Lord Jesus Christ, warning the world about what is coming. And even those out there who do not believe, but they know that the world, there's something wrong. They can feel that there's something coming. They are still laughing at us. Now is the time to take it seriously. Heed the warning. The wrath of God Almighty is about to be poured out on this world. That is why the world looks like it does. Satan's kingdom is getting ready to rule this world for 7 years. The wrath.
Okay, I got to stop right there. I disagree with her theology right there. But please, okay, fine. Why are you not giving? If the gospel is what we need, if the gospel is the life raft, if the gospel is what will pull people out of the fire, just snatching a few from the flames, ma'am, we need to be doing that, not because Andrew Tate is wearing the zesty Bond villain and doesn't have a left toe, but because we were told to do that. If everything was sunshine and rainbows, would you, if nothing was quote unquote fake and gay, would you be preaching the gospel then? I'm just wondering, like, if everything was sunshine and rainbows, man. Again, I don't think that the urgency seems to be tied to only the fact that you ran across this artifact about his toe missing.
I still don't know how you go from that to this. It's truly something. It's a skill.
Yeah, I should have passed out little roadmaps or something. How are we going to get here? So you know how we got here. I have no idea how we got here. 100% truth be told, I have no idea how we got here. But I do know what she's saying, albeit whether you agree or not, again, about eschatology is not my argument, how the world ends. What I am going to say is, why is this the catalyst to push you forward on that? It just seems odd.
Must be the
all right.
pants too.
Say again?
Pants are too tight. So that's
his pants could be too.
Just
right,
got it
man.
going, bro. Got it going.
Of the creator of this world is about to be poured out. His anger, his judgment, his wrath is about to be poured out on this world. He is going to allow Satan to physically take a seat and rule this world. Now, this may seem like nothingness to most people, but it is indicative of something much larger.
Okay.
There is a deception coming that will seem like a rescue mission. It will feel to the world like a liberation. It will feel like an exodus, right? We are being delivered from evil, and that is the deception. And I will continually warn about it, because I do believe that the Lord allowed me to see that so that I can warn about it. So many people will walk off a cliff because they feel like they're going to think that they are siding with good, that they are going to help take down evil, when in fact it is going to be the deception of the Antichrist. I feel like I need to start saying this in every video too. If you start hearing about disappearances, people that have disappeared, it will probably start very small, only a few here and there, social media, a couple TikToks, then you might see it on the news. If you start hearing about people who have disappeared, know that that was the rapture of the church. You know that everyone mocks and everyone laughs
No,
at.
I'm
Kind of
done.
like the
I'm
days
done. Okay, I gotta stop. I gotta stop. I did not get this far off the track. I'm sorry. No, we're not. I am not here for that. I am not here for secret raptures.
Way off,
and people.
way off the reservation now, man.
Yeah. That was wild. I did not see that one coming. I'm sorry. I did not. Yeah, I gotta let that one go. I was willing to be like, okay, I'm gonna let you have them. I'm gonna let you have the 7-year tribulation. I'm gonna let you have the rapture. No, we're not doing no secret rapture up in here. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
I was actually gonna say beforehand, before she even mentioned like the secret rapture stuff, she sounds like one of those like rapture alarmists. Like she's one of those people that's around all the time for the rapture. Like this is happening. This is actually the rapture now, and we've missed it. You know, sounds like one of those crackpots. You know, like
I didn't get that when I saw the video about the AI, the arrest being AI. I said, oh, this will be a good one for Jay. We'll have a good laugh. We'll have a good dissection. I watched a little bit more. Like, oh, she actually allegedly talks about scripture. I was like, okay, this will be good. I didn't get to this far, and I'm gonna quit. I'm gonna rage quit it because she got my blood pressure up. I gotta breathe deep. I'm gonna do some breathing exercises.
Secret raptures is what did it for you.
Yeah, that's it. I'm not doing secret raptures. We're not doing
you can handle everything else. It's not secret raptures.
I just cannot take. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that today.
Not fake engaged. It's not secret raptures.
Right. Absolutely, man.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Okay, what we got? What we got?
That was something.
Yeah, that was just that one. I'm not gonna give that one any movement. I'm gonna go on moving in another direction. So I'm going another direction. Jay. This is craziness, man. Oh my gosh. All right.
I still haven't seen everything yet, you know, like
leave the shelf alone, man. Leave the shelf empty, bro. Do not I've seen everything shelf. Just leave it empty. I promise you, as soon as you put something on there, you're gonna be like, oh, I gotta take it off. Just leave it empty.
I swear the secret rapture thing did it for me as well.
Yeah. All right. What you working on? Oh, that's right. Somebody just reminded me. I did say I was gonna pull up Ami. That might be a good way to cleanse our palate. Let me get him. He said he just did it like today. Oh my gosh. Is it about Megyn Kelly? Well, you know what is I'm very concerned about Ami and these wigs. We do need to have a conversation about Ami and these wigs. I don't know where he's getting these from. And I need whoever's selling Ami these wigs, we need them to come up to the front of the church and we need them to get excommunicated. Is this the one y'all talking about?
I think I've seen this one.
I've never seen it either. So it came out 2 hours ago. So I want to make sure this is the one. But if this is the one, put yes in the chat. Green hearts, let's go.
Just know that you are being manipulated. Every second of every minute of every hour of every day on X, on social media, you are being manipulated.
Everywhere.
So much so that at times maybe you are doing the manipulating yourself. Because you're scared. You're scared of losing relevance, of losing audience. Maybe you're doing it for clicks. Maybe you've forgotten what you stand for. Maybe you know what you stand for, but you're too afraid to say it because you are being manipulated. Maybe you're just afraid. Maybe you're just a coward. Just know that you are being manipulated. You. Every day, all the time. By Israel. Right? By Israel. You're being manipulated anytime when you hear anything on X, because there's just so much of it. Because, there's 15 million Jews in the world, and there's only 1 billion Muslims who are fine, by the way. They're all fine. And, billion Chinese and people who are loyal to the Chinese Communist Party and the Arab world and the Muslim world, which are way bigger than the Jewish lobby. I don't even know if 9/11 is real.
What?
I don't know. You're being manipulated. Okay. The mother. You're not the mother. You're not the mother of the internet.
Meg,
yep.
They're ready for you. You're on in 5.
Yep. All right. Ready to go. 5.
You want to speak to Tucker first? I'll get him on the line.
I love it. Okay. The one that they were referring to, that is hilarious, by the way. But somebody said the one where he impersonates Candace. We did watch that one last week, but if Jay wants to, we'll watch it again. Because we give our guests what they ask for here at the Jay Witt podcast. Do you want to see? I think you've probably seen it. Where he impersonates you. She came back. So I think we're gonna give him a little bit of air. Hold on one second. Shout out to, oh my gosh. Shout out for sure. What did you say here? CNN shows it all. Andrew is stepping on a paper like you dry your hands on. Interesting. Okay. So I'm wondering if it might be, because one of the things I found, I did a little research. Why would there be an anomaly in videos? Well, sometimes it's a high resolution video being compressed for a low resolution format. And it becomes little artifacts that happen, like heads missing or toes missing, things like that. That could have been it. So if that's what happened, if they had a high resolution image and they try to compress it so that normal folk could watch it, it is very possible that could have happened, or it could have been bandwidth issues. So shout out. Thank you so much for that, Patrina. I appreciate it. Thank you for being a member for 8 months and for telling us that. What does Murph say here with the 5? Videos called Candace Goes Max 6 days ago. I got you. We're about to go max.
Did you hear about my latest term now that I came up with yesterday? We're calling it evidence maxing.
Evidence maxing. I love it.
Candy goes max with evidence maxing.
I like it. There's a lot of bad things that could come out of that. Let's go. Green hearts in the chat, everybody, where you can hear. Let's go. Hey, Ami, come on up here to the front of the church, my friend.
Guys, it's good to be back. As you all know, I was on vacation, grieving. I was grieving. Of course. Obviously, we're all watching this circus, this sham of a trial, of a court trial going on. As all of you know, the court slop is rolling out, and we are going to triple down in our pursuit of the truth. Let's just take a look at some of the footage from the trial, some of which I found very interesting. Very interesting. Let's take a look at the judge's reaction to Charlie's assassination. And if you look very closely, you find something very interesting. It's very interesting. Let's take a look. As you can see, he's watching, and there it is. Of course, the Zionist mafia is saying that he was shocked when he watched this, that he suddenly blinked, but that looked like a wink to me. Who is the judge winking at? When, as he's watching the tape, he's winking. Who's he winking at? Who is the judge coordinating with in this video? Brian Harple? Frank Turek? Who are you winking at? Like, I got you. I find it very interesting that the exact moment and time of Charlie's assassination, we have a judge who's winking at someone in the video. Is he saying job well done? Is he saying mission accomplished? We are going to look into that. We are going to dig deeper into that and find out why this judge was winking. Who's he winking at? Is he winking at Ben Shapiro? Is he winking at those in the crowd carrying Israeli cell phones? I don't know. We'll see. You guys, they think we're stupid. Next up, of course, we have a confession, an insane confession by Jeremy Boring. Jeremy Boring, when asked where he was when Charlie was shot, when he found out, he said he was in the shower. In the shower. Really, Jeremy?
Really?
Why would you be in the shower? conveniently when Charlie was getting killed? Why would you be in the shower? Were you cleaning off DNA? I knew it. I always knew there was something satanic, something demonic about Jeremy Boring, something obsessive about Jeremy Boring. And the fact that he would be in the shower during Charlie's assassination, the fact that he would be in the shower is very suspicious. It's very interesting. Why would you be taking a shower while Charlie Kirk is getting killed unless you want to clean off DNA evidence of your involvement? What were you cleaning off, Jeremy? What were you trying to hide? What were you cleansing yourself of?
Cleansing
Is
yourself
it guilt?
is crazy.
As we continue uncovering the events of that day with this story, we find out that no one was giving Charlie CPR. Why was no one giving Charlie CPR?
That's a great
It got me thinking, what does CPR actually stand for? And if you dig deeper, you realize maybe it stands for creepy pedophiles of Renthan. You guys, we're getting so close. We're getting so close. Creepy pedophiles of Renthan, of course. They held off on doing that because CPR stands for creepy pedophiles of Renthan. And now we know what their true motivations were in the back of that car. Now, as I looked more and more at the footage from that day, I couldn't help but notice, wonder, not only were so many people wearing maroon, but all the men were wearing pants. Why were the men wearing pants? Why were all of them wearing pants? And not just pants, but jeans. A lot of people wearing jeans on that day. And then suddenly I remembered who was the most popular jean manufacturer, who's one of the most popular jean companies, is none other than Levi Strauss, who's a Frankist. Levi Strauss, who makes jeans, who conveniently on that day had a lot of these young men all wearing jeans.
All wearing jeans.
You guys. Levi Strauss was a Zionist, was a Frankist, was part of the Zionist mafia, part of the Zionist cult, and they are satanic. And I believe Ben Shapiro's father was also seen recently wearing jeans, but we will verify that for you. We will get that for you. And I have sources who I will not name, but I have very reliable sources that claim that they saw Ben Shapiro's father wearing jeans in Florida. Okay, you don't wear jeans in Florida. It's too hot to wear jeans in Florida. But he was wearing jeans on that day from Levi Strauss. A source also tells me Bill Ackman was wearing jeans in the Hamptons. It's all connected. It all makes sense, you guys. It all makes sense. They think we're stupid. So we're on to you, Daily Wire. We're on to you, Ben Shapiro. We see you for what you are. We see your father for who he is and the jeans that he wears from Levi Strauss.
Not the jeans.
You can see it. It's so obvious. We see it. And you're not going to get away with this. Okay, I always knew there was something wrong. I always knew there was something off. Jeremy Boring in the shower at the time of Charlie's death, washing off DNA, them not doing CPR because it stands for creepy pedophiles of Remphan. It all adds up. It all makes sense. And I've always felt this. I've always felt this so deeply. So we will not stop. We will not stop until we get to the truth. Let's take some of your comments. Candy Cult Forever 88 writes, "Hey Candace, glad you're back. My asshole itches and I think Ben Shapiro was the cause." I agree. I totally agree. There was always something off about Ben Shapiro. And when I worked at Daily Wire, my asshole would itch and I would just, every time I'd walk by him, every time I would walk by Ben, I'd like, there's something going on there. I think there were bees. Mommy Sleuth Hubby in the Closet 44 writes, "Hey Candace, Charlie came to me in a dream last night too and said you were right about everything." I'm telling you, he's making his rounds. He's making his rounds, especially now because he knows that I'm his David. Brain Dead Candy Lover 9 writes, "Lance Twigs, Lance Bass, NSYNC, bye. Sounds like a threat. Bye. It's going to be me. Candace, it was supposed to be you. Coincidence? I think not." I totally agree. It's amazing observationality, and I agree with that. Last comment from G Farmer 613. "You are an effing nut job. Come upstairs now." Wait, how did that go through? Can we scratch that? Can we erase that? Okay, we'll take that out. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for your comments. Thanks so much for your feedback. Thank you so much for staying with me on this journey because it's not about me. It's not just about Charlie. It's about all of us. We are going MaxiPad. We are going hard, and I'm going to collect more intel. We're getting so close. You guys, stay tuned for next week's episode. In the meantime, I'm going to collect more intel in the best way I know how, in my dreams, where I see Charlie. See you next episode.
Oh,
he is out of control. All right.
done a good job with that one, I have to say.
So, okay. There's a question. Shout out to the best live chat on the internet. Thank you so much for these gems. I don't know what they just give me. It just says you dropped a gem, which, by the way, I appreciate all the gems that are dropped. But I do want to say that there's two supers I want to point out, and then I got a question I want to give to you, Jay. So you might want to open up your Bible app. All right. Both Jay and Jay are awesome. Love you guys. Gay Drew also shops in Ellen DeGenerate's closet. That's where I saw that outfit from. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Right here, StoryBox. Good day, Jay. You have a beautiful smile. It's great to see you laugh from your Yankee auntie. Shout out to Amethyst. Thank you so much. All right, this is interesting. I appreciate this question. I'm not certain what Bobby Joe's means here. Do you believe Leviticus 14, verse 49 through 53? To purify your house, you must sprinkle blood of a dead animal to prevent mold from coming back. Please, do you believe, I think it means plus, do you believe that you can spray blood around your house no, absolutely not. That's not what I pulled it up, by the way. That's not what the passage is saying, Bobby. That's not what it says. I mean, I don't know. I don't know actually why the question was asked, to be 100% honest. But no, that's not what the passage is about. The remedy for cleaning it is something else. And then once it's been declared clean, you declare it ceremonially clean through the sprinkling of the deceased animal and the cremation of the animal. But that's not what the passage is about. No. And I don't. But then, to this point here, one of the things you got to remember is this written to whom is this audience that this was written to? We're talking about a nomadic tribe moving from place to place, where in a time when sanitation and proper hygiene were not available. They didn't have running water. They didn't have flushing toilets. They didn't have medicines. They didn't have antibiotics and steroids and sterilization like we do now. So why would we be talking about that today? Like that, you don't see us doing that today for many good reasons. But I'm not 100% certain I understand the question. But go ahead. What were you going to say?
Oh, it also talks about further down leprosy. So
yeah,
trying to cleanse yourself of that. And it usually is written to a specific tribe. So we're not that specific tribe anymore. Like we are, and we're under grace. So different time period. We're not part of that Jewish tribe. So like different time period, different instructions. And like you said, Jason, they didn't have antibiotics. They didn't have all these things to keep things clean. We've now got Dettol, alcohol. We've now got all these things that you can use to keep things clean. But hey, man, if you want to go and kill a bird and put blood all over your house, it's just going to make a mess. But
But yeah, I'm not 100% certain where that was going. And again, like let's look at leprosy. Leprosy, if you're familiar with it, man, it is gnarly. You don't want that in your camp. You don't want that in your area. So yeah, then that's why you would have lepers move out. That's why if somebody had leprosy in the camp, you would burn all their everything that they had because it is that bad. But in today's day and age, I think we've pretty much done away for the most part in the most developed countries with leprosy. There's every now and then, but I think for the most part, we've done away with it. So we were able to mitigate it, even if it were to an outbreak of it, we were able to mitigate it far better than they would have been back 2,000 plus years ago. So,
and if you are going to kill a bird, just don't kill one with bird flu, right?
Right, that would be even worse. Like and he's slinging that around. We got a whole bunch of problems, man. Shout out.
Cause many issues with that one.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, Jay, what else you got working on? What you working on the rest of the week? Anything fun?
I've just been training. I've got the Sunshine Coast Marathon next weekend. So just been training hard.
Oh, wow.
working on the show, as you know.
Yeah.
And then I'm working on like a new little business venture sort of thing, kind of like a mini talent agency, so to speak. But we'll see what happens with that.
Right.
Yeah, just enjoying life as much as I can, man. Just trying to relax and not stress too much.
I don't know how much relaxing you're doing preparing for a marathon next weekend. Wait, this weekend or next weekend?
Next weekend. So not this weekend coming, but the one after. So the 2nd of August.
I don't know how much relaxation you get, but okay. I'm cheering for you, brother.
Yeah, for me, man, it's like me relaxing is sort of like I got to be doing stuff. Like,
Right.
Can't do nothing. It's hard for me to do nothing. So the way my brain works is just always on, like constantly going, constantly thinking about the next thing, and running kind of helps me relax, believe it or not.
No, I can totally get
focus. That. Yeah. It's my thing.
I can get with that.
Yeah.
Well, brother, thank you, man. That was a lot of fun. I appreciate you following through. I appreciate the best live chat. If you're from Jay's channel, and you're primarily on Jay's channel, you're primarily on my channel. Thank you to all of y'all for tapping in. I appreciate y'all. It has been a lot of fun. Wait, just curious.
How many subs you at now?
70, almost 75,000.
Hey,
we're chugging along. We're moving along. Let me see how many I got. 74.6. 74.6. Working our way. We're going to get there. Our goal is to get to 100,000 sooner than later. So go ahead and make sure you hit that subscribe button. Help a brother out.
Guys, subscribe to Jay Witt. You won't regret
absolutely. It. Well, thank you, love. Jay's pretty handsome. Andrew Tate kind of way, of course. He has me saying dingbat a lot too.
I appreciate it.
That is hilarious. We might have to get a dingbat shirt. We're gonna get this shirt. We're gonna get this shirt thing ironed out. Literally ironed out. Please, we'll send me an email. We'll work it out. I appreciate it. All right, good people. I am going to go and me and Chief Executive Second Boy, I think we're going to go walking. We're going to go jumping rope. One or the other. We're going to go get some. She said she wants to work out. I'm going to work out with my kid. But Jay, thank you so much, friend. If the mods could just one more time, just in case somebody doesn't know, my guest is Jay from StoryBox. If you could drop his link in the chat, definitely go check him out. He'll be in your inbox in the morning. I've always wondered how that works. Like, how is it like literally? I'm glad somebody brought it up because like literally you're one of the first ones I see when I open up my stream in the morning. And like, I've thought about it, like, what time does he get up? And I knew the times were off. I knew our times were, whatever. 6 o'clock my time is 6 o'clock my time is probably what? 3 o'clock in the morning your time or 3 o'clock in the afternoon your time? The next day?
6 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
Or for you?
Yeah. 6 o'clock in the morning for me.
That would be whoa. That would be like, I think midnight around there.
And you're ahead. So it's like you're actually coming from the future.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're actually
time zones wig me out, man. Like it's
Jay is from the future, y'all. Jay is from the future, y'all. He's a time traveler. He's like Charlie. He's a time traveler.
And my last name's Phantom, so I don't actually exist. So I'm not really.
There you go.
I'm technically a ghost. So I am like Charlie.
Well, there we go. But at least you're not walking around without a head like that guy in the Andrew Tate video.
The thing is, I figured out why Candy hasn't come after me yet.
Oh gosh.
Because of my last name.
Really?
Phantom. I think it's that, man. I think it's that.
You guys are
maybe she can't bring herself to actually come after someone that doesn't technically exist. Because that would make her look even crazier.
Well, I mean, technically you could say that. Hold on. At 3 a.m. Yeah, see?
Damn.
So you see those pop up pretty early over here. Early for us, but I guess it's your past. So, oh my gosh. We're not even go there.
if people are waking up that early to watch my videos, far out. Well done to you.
Fire in the hole. Let's get it.
Like,
let's get more of
awesome.
it. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, Jay, I'm going to let you get ready to go train. I am going to figure out what me and Chief Executive Second Born are going to do. I want to say thank you so much to everybody. You all are the best. Thank you to the mods. Thank you to all of the great super chats. Thank you so much for supporting these gems. Our gem. Thank you so much for those. I greatly appreciate all of it. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, just tapping in. So if you don't mind, please tip your waiters on the way out the door. Drop those green hearts on your way out. And everybody, we're going to see you all real soon. Until then, grace and peace. Take care.
Thanks, everybody. Thanks, Jason.
You got it, my friend. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of the Jay Witt Podcast. If you enjoyed today's show, please do me a favor and hit me up with that 3-piece special. Like the video, subscribe, and of course, share it with somebody who would also enjoy this type of content. And make sure you leave a comment because I do pin the best comments to the top. So thank you so much for tuning in today. And until next time, everybody, grace and peace.